Roblox Doors, especially within the Floor 2 update, there are simply two types of players: those who are granted luck by the Doors gods, and those who get punished with unluckiness. And believe it or not, there are some really insane ones floating around the community. These are the unluckiest moments in the Doors Floor 2 update. You better like and subscribe or else you too will be unlucky. First, starting off with a strange one. We all know that the grumbles can be annoying, especially since they can be as many as up to 3 or 4 within the nest of the underground mines. And honestly, it's not bad trying to avoid them and whatnot, but not when you get stuck within a pile of merged screeches and can't get out of it. Now look what you've done. Grumble is coming to get you just because you're a bit too curious. Now that's unlucky. But you know what's even worse? Before the newest patch update to the game, entity spawn rates were really high, which led to many different entities all attacking at the same time, and some within early rooms as well. Halt was no exception to this rule, as they ended up killing a player right at door 101, as you can see on the death screen. Little blue ghost man ain't even going to let anyone get past the first freaking door, which is honestly just crazy unlucky. Now, you say you have the crucifix item on hand within the mines? Okay, that's actually really good. But imagine having the crucifix like this player and running into a glitched room, pretty much forcing you to restart and losing all your good items. Not only is that unlucky, but honestly does stink like garbage, mate. Alright, you're not going to believe this next one. Imagine getting past the figure and finally being ready to continue on within the mines, and then when you open the door, Halt randomly comes out of nowhere and completely screws everything up. Well, watch this. Yeah, way to go, Halt. You even had to spawn in Glitch as well to try to save the player, but even he wasn't able to do much, surprisingly. This next one's pretty nuts. But we used to see Snare within the mines of Floor 2, especially before the developers decided to patch up the game a couple days after the release. If you were really unlucky, this could happen to you with the Snare entity. You could be stuck within an endless loop of snare attacks, and since the entity can never kill you, it's essentially a soft lock, and you're better off restarting the run at that point. But you know what's really messed up? These players first encountered the Halt entity, which is honestly really normal to say the least, but right after Halt, they ended up getting a generator puzzle room that was also filled with fire damp. And, well, think about it. You can't go back into the Halt room again because this room closes up, and it's a big puzzle generator room that will take about a minute to complete. Even if they wanted to, they can't take a breath to prolong their stay. These guys literally got tortured with bad luck with this, as they can't even finish the surprise puzzle room in time. This one's not really the game's fault, but it's more on the player. Imagine being at door 200, you're at the final boss about to win the game, and then this happens. Your internet somehow gets cut out, and you literally lose all your progress. Yeah, I honestly don't blame you at all. Alright, let's be real. Grumbles must have some secret godlike powers or something, because how is this next one possible? I really don't understand. The entity teleports through a wall at lightning speed without any warning at all? I mean, this could have happened if another player activated an anchor, but still, a little heads up would have been nice, bro. But this one is a bit confusing. Someone within the community simply posted a screenshot of them getting killed literally at room 0 and due to an unknown entity. What? Maybe their teammates ended up killing them with a minecart or something. That is a bit strange to say the least. Another player also ended up getting this random death screen as well, but when checking for error codes, it appears the server just breaks or something. Now, I have no idea if this next one was even a glitch or not, but I can tell you one thing. It's sure unlucky as heck. Yeah, like what? I understand going back to the guiding light barrier door to check it out, but the game then pulls you straight into the figure and causes you to game over like that? This game sometimes, man, I tell ya. Uh-oh, did you hear that? It looks like Halt is back for even more shenanigans. You better put on your anti-unlucky hat, because here we go again. What's with the bugged rooms, man? The players also said that they weren't able to open any doors too, with Halt ending up causing another soft lock to even more unsuspecting players, funnily enough. But that wasn't even the worst of it, to be honest. This next one's so weird that I'm going to let the video do the talking. I literally have no words. Somehow this player was teleported outside of the map during the Seek chase, and now there was a weird black glob dealing damage to him, which is presumably to be Seek's hands. I mean, look at all those items that they have. It's such unfortunate timing to be hit with glitches like that. You guys probably have run into the flower room within the mines multiple times at this point, and also know about the vine-covered chests that have OP items. Well, you can also be unlucky and not find anything inside of these types of chests, pretty much wasting your hard-earned shears in the process. It's really all about luck when it comes to those chests, man. But you know what else is based on luck? The spawning Seek arms when it does come to facing him within the final boss of the game. Usually his attacks do give you a heads up whenever he's about to launch, but not for this player. Yeah, that stinks. The player was in mid-air when the arm suddenly came up to grab him and caused him the game over. And remember, you can't revive at door 200, so you have to do it all over again. Don't you love it when the anchor's RNG just spawns in the absolute worst places? But what's even worse is imagine you just finished that anchor and then running back just to run into a pesky grumble. I guess you should have used your ears before you open that door, bro. But honestly, what's the worst luck someone can get within the mines of Doors Floor 2? Honestly, it doesn't get much worse than dying to a minecart, especially within the first level of the freaking game, man. But what's your unluckiest moment within the game? Like and subscribe, and take care.